Something else I need to tell you. It's about Rose.
What about Rose?
She knows about us, Zara. About our marriage. And she's using it to blackmail me.
Blackmail? What does she want?
She wants me to comply with her demands or she'll expose us to the boss. We could lose everything, Zara.
Why would you serve me beans that is not down Hermine?
Christopher. Please, I'm not very strong for this argument. I just came back from the hospital. The gas finished last night and you insisted on eating beans.
Can you hear the nonsense you are vomiting from your mouth?
I'm sorry, Christopher.
If I touch you now, you will go back to coma. Go and make me good meal. Before I lose my temper on you.
I know you told your friend you're not okay.
Good afternoon, Mrs. Johnson. I'm from Social Services. May I come in? We need to discuss your son, Josh.
Hello, I'd like to report an incident involving domestic violence. The perpetrator's name is Christopher Johnson. He resides at number 39 Baltic Street. Please, you need to intervene.
Christopher arrested? Which police station?
But think about the baby. We need to protect our family. If we both lose our jobs, we'll be in even deeper trouble.
I won't do it, Jake. I won't sacrifice my career to appease Rose. We need to find another way to handle this.
He's my husband, and I need to speak with him.
I'm sorry, ma'am, but Mr. Johnson is currently in custody. You can't see him right now.
Please, you don't understand. I need to talk to him. I need to make things right.
Look, I understand this is a difficult situation, but it's out of your hands now. The case has been taken over by the government. They'll decide what happens next.
Sandra, how could you do this? You had no right to call the police on Christopher.
Hermine, I did what I had to do to protect you. You can't keep ignoring the abuse, pretending everything is okay. 3 days ago. You know what your son told me. He said, Daddy is beating his mummy. Because of undone beans. Sis, when were you discharged again from hospital? Just on week. This man beat you into coma and God saved you. When you got home, instead of being remorseful, he started from where he stopped.
Do you think she'll be okay in there?
I hope so. She's been through so much already.
She's strong, Sabra. She'll get through this.
This court is now in session for the case of the state versus Christopher Smith. Please proceed with your opening statements.
Your Honor, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, we are here today to seek justice for the victim, Ms. Hermine, who suffered greatly at the hands of the defendant, Mr. Christopher. The evidence will show that Mr. Christopher's actions were not only reckless but also deliberate, leading to Ms. Hermine's severe injuries and prolonged coma. We will present witnesses and evidence to demonstrate that Mr. Christopher's behavior constitutes a clear case of domestic violence and should be met with the full force of the law.
I'm scared, sis.
Don't worry, everything will be alright.
Defense lawyer.
Your Honor, esteemed members of the jury, we must not rush to judgment without carefully considering all the facts of this case. While it is undeniable that Miss Hermine has suffered, it is essential to understand the circumstances surrounding the events in question. My client, Mr. Christopher, is not a malicious individual, but rather a man struggling with his own demons. Through our witnesses and evidence, we will show that there is more to this story than meets the eye. We ask for your patience and impartiality as we seek to uncover the truth.
This courtroom. It's like stepping into a battlefield, where every word spoken holds the power to shape my destiny. I never imagined my life would lead me to this moment, standing before a judge and jury, fighting for justice against the man I once loved. How did it come to this? How did I become a victim in my own marriage, trapped in a cycle of fear and violence? I thought Christopher loved me, that he would protect me from harm. But instead, he became the source of my greatest pain. No more hiding in the shadows, no more living in fear. I will stand tall, speak my truth, and demand the justice I deserve. For myself, for my son, and for every survivor who has suffered in silence.
Mrs. Smith, please continue your testimony.
It wasn't the first time Christopher had been violent towards me. But that night, it was different. He was uncontrollable.
Thank you, Mrs. Smith. No further questions, Your Honor.
Defense lawyer.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mrs. Smith, isn't it true that you have a history of mental health issues? Could it be possible that your injuries were self-inflicted?
What is he saying?
Objection, Your Honor. This line of questioning is irrelevant and designed to harass the witness.
Sustained. Counselor, you will refrain from making unfounded assertions and focus on relevant questioning.
I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away.
I'm so tired.
Hey love, how are you holding up? And how's our little peanut doing?
Come sit with me, Jake. Our little one is doing just fine, kicking up a storm as usual.
Sweet, I'm so famished and would like to have some of those delicacy.
I went to the courthouse today for Hermine's trial. It was overwhelming, to say the least. Christopher's lawyer was there, trying to defend him, but it's hard to believe his lies after everything Hermine has been through.
I can't even imagine, Zara. It must have been tough to see all that firsthand. What else happened at the courthouse?
Neighbors were there, too. Condemning Hermine, blaming her for everything. It's like they don't even know the full story, Jake. It's just not fair.
I know, babe. It's a lot to take in. But you did the right thing by being there for Hermine. And you're right, there's always more to the story than meets the eye.
I just pray she finds strength at this time. Who is that?
It's Rose.
Why is she calling you?
She's serious, Zara. You have to quit, Zara. That's our only chance to get out of it without losing everything.
I thought we already concluded this matter. Where is this coming from?
This is my problem with you, Zara. You are always thinking about yourself.
Are you calling me selfish?
That's exactly what you are doing, Zara.
Okay, why can't you give up your own job? Why must it be mine?
Zara. You are pregnant. You are carrying our first child, and I am capable of taking care of you and our unborn child. Why can't you get it?
You think I don't know you are jealous of me?
Me? Jealous of you? How can I be jealous of my own wife?
You think I don't know your plans? You heard the MD saying I was going to be promoted next month to a higher position, then you became jealous, because you know I will earn more than you. You then decided that you will come up with something just to make me quit.
Zara, what is wrong with you?
I'm not giving up my job. That's on period.
Hi, what can I get you?
Hello. Can I get a cup of cappuccino, please?
Make that 2 cups, please.
Charles. Is that really you?
It's been ages, Hermine. How have you been?
I've been. Well, you know, life has its ups and downs. But it's so great to see you after all this time. Please, have a seat.
Likewise. I've been good, just keeping busy with work and whatnot. But enough about me. How about you? What have you been up to since graduation?
Where do I even begin? Well, I got married, had a son. But things haven't been exactly smooth sailing on the home front lately.
I'm sorry to hear that, Hermine. Relationships can be complicated. But hey, at least you have your son, right? How's he doing?
Josh is doing great, thank you for asking. He's the light of my life, truly. It's just everything else that's been challenging lately.
So tell me. Really?
Yes, that was how she forgot everything, and I was like, who does that?
But why would she forget something as important as that?
No way, Charles. You did that?
Hermine. What on earth do you think you're doing here?
Karen? What are you? I mean, I was just catching up with an old friend. This is Charles, we went to college together.
Pleasure to meet you, Karen. Hermine and I were just reminiscing about old times.
Reminiscing, huh? Is that what you call it? You were here cozying up with another man while my brother is facing serious accusations because of you.
It's not like that, Karen. Charles and I were just having a friendly conversation. And as for Christopher...
Spare me the excuses, Hermine. I know exactly what you're up to. You were trying to tear my family apart, just like you did with every other man who's ever crossed your path.
Hermine, is everything okay?
Yes, Charles, everything's fine. Karen, I understand you're upset, but this isn't the time or place for this conversation. Let's discuss this another time, okay?
We'll discuss this later, all right. But mark my words, Hermine, you won't get away with what you've done. You've made a grave mistake, and you'll pay for it.
Are you okay, Hermine? That seemed intense.
Yeah, I'm fine. Let's just finish our coffee, shall we?
Come in.
Zara, my dear. I hope you don't mind me dropping by unannounced.
Auntie, of course not. It's always a pleasure to see you. What brings you here?
Well, I was in the neighborhood and thought I'd pop in to say hello. How have you been, darling?
I've been all right, Auntie. Just keeping busy with work and Other things.
Other things, you say? Anything you'd like to share with your old auntie?
Oh. You know how it is. Just the usual ups and downs of married life.
Marriage certainly has its challenges, dear. But remember, communication is key. Always make time to talk things out with Jake, no matter how busy life gets. Did you hear from your brother?
Yes, they will be coming soon to visit. He is fine now.
I know you told your friend you're not okay. And tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way.
Did you hear about what happened at the coffee shop yesterday? No, what happened? Well, I heard from Mrs. Parker, who heard it from Mrs. Miller, that Hermione was spotted having coffee with another man.
No way. But isn't she married to Christopher?
Exactly. And from what I heard, Christopher's sister stormed in and caused a scene. Oh my, that sounds like quite the scandal. Oh, it gets even juicier. Apparently, Charles, the man Hermione was with, saw everything. Can you imagine?
Scandalous indeed. What will the neighbors say?
Oh my God.
Zara, are you okay?
No, something's wrong. I need help.
Hold my hand, Zara.
It hurts. Please, get me to the hospital.
Doctor, how is she? What's happening?
Mr. Johnson, your wife is stable now, but she suffered a miscarriage. I'm afraid it was due to extreme stress.
Stress?
Yes, it seems the stress she's been under has taken a toll on her health. She needs rest and time to recover.
I didn't realize. I didn't know. Damn it, Zara. Why couldn't you just listen to me? Why couldn't you see how much stress you were putting on us? Maybe if I'd been more understanding, more patient. Maybe if I'd been a better husband, this wouldn't have happened.
Hey, do you see that? Oh my goodness. That's Jake's house.
We need to call emergency services, now.
Hello? Yes, there's a fire at 32 Maple Street. Send help, quick.
We need to pray that he gets out safely.
I hope he's okay.
Somebody help.
This way.
Jake, thank goodness you're all right.
Are you hurt? Do you need anything?
Oh, Jake. I was so worried about you.
I'm okay, Mom. I'm okay.
The fire's out, but there's still a lot of smoke inside. It's not safe to go back in just yet.
Thank you for saving my son.
Just doing our job, ma'am. We'll need to wait for the smoke to clear before we can assess the damage.
Zara, dear, how are you holding up?
I'm okay. Ma just trying to take it one day at a time.
I can't imagine what you're going through, dear. Losing a child is. It's every parent's worst nightmare.
It's been so hard, Ma. I keep asking myself if there was something I could have done differently, if I could have prevented this from happening.
Oh, my dear, please don't blame yourself. Sometimes, life throws us challenges that we can't control. What's important is that you have the love and support of your family to help you through this difficult time.
Thank you, Mama. Your kindness means more to me than you'll ever know.
You're like a daughter to me, Zara. And I'll always be here for you, no matter what.
Mom, I'm going to hang out with the boys. I will see you when I come back.
Are you not going to eat something?
No, I'm fine, Mother. Ever since the fire incident, you have been doing great in taking care of me.
That my gifts to you as your mother. But Jake, have you been to see Zara at the hospital?
Not yet, Mom. I don't think this is the right time.
Why not, Jake? She needs you now more than ever. Despite everything that's happened between you two, she's still your wife.
I know, Mom. But things between us, I'm not just ready, Mom.
Go to her, son. Show her that you care, that you're there for her, no matter what.
I'm sorry, Mom. I can't face Zara now.
I'm sorry for the last time, Charles.
Hermine, the reason why I suggested this meeting is to catch up and talk about you and Christopher.
How did we get here? I met Christopher after we graduated from uni. I was job hunting then, full of energy, ready to take any job. One morning, I got up to go for my usual job hunt, then he stopped his red car and spoke to me. At first, I was skeptical about him and all his charades, but with time he won me over. We were all over each other, like two lovebirds. We were so in love with each other that we almost took an oath.
Wow, so why didn't you take the oath?
The day we were about to do it was the day he hit me. I will never forget that day.
What happened?
So after I got my dream job, it became a problem for our relationship because I was always busy. Christopher worked remotely. I can still remember that day, like it was yesterday. So it was a rainy day. And there was traffic, so he tried to call me but couldn't reach me because I was late to our meeting point. When I arrived there, he was already furious that I was late. And before I could apologize, he landed me a hot slap.
So why didn't you leave him then?
I thought he would change because he apologized and promised never to hit me again.
So?
He did it again. When I tried to leave, I discovered that I was pregnant. He apologized and begged me to abort the pregnancy because he wasn't ready to father a child.
Did you do it?
No, that pregnancy is my son Josh. So I refused because I was of age and not getting any younger. Abortion was not an option for me at that time. So I insisted that we must keep the child and get married. From that day, Christopher never stopped hitting me.
And you couldn't leave him?
No. I thought I needed to be married. And for the sake of my son, I stayed back. I never knew I was doing harm to myself.
So what did his family say in all of this?
Well, they never liked me. Especially Christopher's mom and sister Karen. The lady you saw that day. They accused me of tying their brother down with pregnancy. So that made them dislike me. I was in coma for 3 months because of Christopher. When I got back home, he hit me again for serving undone beans. According to him, I didn't know that my son Josh was watching everything. So he called my sister, and she called the cops on him.
That's sad. No matter what, no woman deserves to be treated like that.
I feel like I would have done better.
It's okay, Hermine. So where is Christopher now?
He was charged to court. That is why his sister came to warn me the other day.
That family is very strong.
Enough about me. What about you, Charles? What have you been up to?
Nothing much.
No, what about Lisa? During school days, I saw the way you both were all over each other. Don't tell me you didn't marry her?
We got married and loved our life till she left.
Left to where?
Hermine, Lisa died 8 years ago.
Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry, Charles.
It's okay. I believe she is in a better place now.
It must have been so hard. So sorry.
It's well.
Let's drink up.
Zara, my dearest.
Auntie, I lost my baby.
I'm sorry, sweetheart. Take heart.
Jake, where have you been? You couldn't even visit me at the hospital. What's going on?
I want a divorce.
Our hearts beat to the city streets. We began to feel the fire. We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals, they take us higher. The night's young, it has just begun as she puts her hand in mine. We wanna chase the night.